Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to show you on my KRX 4-seater. Somehow, I'm not sure if this part here went forward some. You can see the splines are barely sticking out. I don't know if it doesn't look broke off the way it's shaped. I'm not sure. I hadn't got in here far yet, but somehow this slipped out. I don't know if it's broken anywhere. I hadn't got that far yet, but I'm gonna pull it all apart. Let me get this down where you can see it better. I'm gonna pull it apart. This is your mid bearing carrier on your 4-seater. This is your front drive shaft, and this is your rear drive shaft section. This is a size comparison of the stock rear stub shaft on my 4-seater. The 2-seaters are the exact, let's get these lined up. The 2-seaters, when you order them online, are supposedly the same and will work on here. We're gonna find out. This is the upgraded bearing carrier. It can only go one way. Before pressing it on with a press. And don't forget to add a little grease in there. It just helps keep the water out. Even though the bearing is already greased internally, I like to put a little bit of grease in the sides there to keep water from getting to the bearing. Now that I have the bearing pressed on, I added some grease to the splines, which I will. This one also put some in the other half. I'm going to put that back on the front of the transmission. It's easier to do it with the shaft off. You can see the hardened shaft for the 2-seater is the same length and all as the 4-seater. So there's that myth that people say nobody makes upgraded parts for the 4-seater. Well, just buy it for the 2-seater. There's your bearing carrier, billet bearing carrier with a better bearing. I will be carrying this stock one with me as a spare. Okay guys, as you can see here, this shaft, oops, sorry for the camera, snapped off here on the 4-seater. So I want to remember how this bearing carrier goes back in. That's the front, that's the rear, because I'm going to fix this one and carry it as a spare. This is a spare one that I bought to fix this with, and I have a billet bearing carrier here that I'm going to replace this here with. It looks almost the same, honestly. We're going to put this one in here, and I got another one of these going to go in here. This is going to go back on, and this is going to be our backup, because you have to press this in with a press, and I'm not carrying that through the woods, but I will carry this. All right guys, this is my first time doing this. So there's the broken mid shaft, there's the new one. There is a seal on the back of this that you need to probably pry out first. I didn't do that. I pushed it out with the press, and I didn't know there was a snap ring right there. And I busted the entire aluminum all the way around where it goes. Now keep in mind, this is was going to be a spare, and it still is. I'm just going to put it all back in there, and when it's assembled in the buggy, it's not going to fall out anyway, but it will get you through the weekend so you can keep riding. Let's see, this is the front. I turned it up this way and pressed it out going down that way. So just make sure that that's what the inside looks like on the factory one. This is what the inside looks like on the aftermarket. There's your factory bearing. Here's your seal. Like I said, you can see it. There is a snap ring in there. I did not know that. The housing is not busted. So I am going to continue to fix it and use it as a spare. So I got the bearings pressed almost all the way in. The other side is all the way in. And I can't find a socket or something to fit on here to push it the rest of the way down. And I got to looking. Lo and behold, the factory KRX diff lock gear fits perfect on there. You put a big socket on top of it and just run it down. I think that's all the way in. I'm not sure. Shit. Still got to go down a little further, and I run my jack all the way up. Okay, four-seater guys, I got good news for you. I was able to put this back in without removing the drive shaft. This is your rear. Look how skinny that thing is. That's probably gonna be I don't know, it may be really thick, I'm not sure. So what I did was I took the bolts out of the front diff. I reached inside, grabbed both axle shafts, yanked the diff forward. After yanking the diff forward, I was able to come back here and shove this spline in on first with a spring, pull it back hard as I can, hold it, bend it at the yoke, bend this yoke, and you have like notebook paper thin area to put the spline. Yeah. No, back in here, yeah. And then shove it all together, actually in here. And then shove it all together, lay it down, put your bolts, get them started, then go to the front, grab your axles, pull your diff around till the holes line back up, and finger start your bolts. And then after you get them all finger started, torque them to the proper torque specs. I hope this video has been helpful. But I think my driveline problem's fixed. I'm getting ready to build my spare here and start carrying it with me, because I'm sure it's gonna break again. Send it, right? That's what they say. Hammer down, skinny pedal down. More power. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed my KRX four-seater drive shaft video of how to repair the center stub shaft and put in the rear billet bearing carrier and hardened shaft, which you can see is all back together now. Kind of dark in there, but hey, it's all in there. Let you guys get just a little look at the Buggy. Got it back from Infinite Fab. Just still got a lot to do, but she's coming around, that's for sure. One of my doors to open up like a razor. I missed that on my razor, so. Got the sides off so I can get in here and work. Getting rid of the orange suspension. Got new whip lights. Getting rid of the rear sway bar, putting limit straps on the back. That's how I like it. Some of you don't. Don't matter. That's what I like. Hope you like the Buggy though. Richard did this little. Thought that's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see it or not. Anyway, went with the old Jeep style front bumper. Toyota, whatever, back in the rock crawling days. Some people know why that's like that, some of you don't. Look it up. It actually can work in some situations. I thought this was really cool. He did the cage with the intrusion bars like this. Something a little different. I really like these panels. You can pull them off and get to everything to work on it. I'm going to take the back section off here. Put on bolts here and here. And down here at the bumper at the back. Let's take the whole rear section off at once. Pretty cool there, pretty cool. Bob, as you can see now, the back's really narrow. Those are Paul's 35s. My 37s are sitting right here.